Hi everyone, today I am going to show you how to make this bowed boutique style, and I've got some little side bows which are just tuck bows with tails. There we go. This is what we're going to be making. It's all in 1.5 inch ribbon. The measurements will be in the description box below. I might have the sizing for 1 inch ribbon as well, so I'll put that in if I find it as well. And just because I'm organised and because I don't want you watching me for hours, here is the base bow, and it's going to be a half pinwheel colour pop tail, as you can see. So just added the tail on that, and you can make these freehand or with your templates. And I've already made one half of the bow because the steps on both sides are exactly the same. So that's one side. And I've already got my two side bows ready to go as well, just to save time and everyone's sanity. So I have two colours here. Obviously it is for the main part of the boutique, which is Wavy Boutique. It is 4 times 32 centimetres, which is the solid colour side, print side. And for these bowed bits, it's 2 times 27, which is your black on the back, you print on the front. Obviously, if you didn't want the print, you wanted it a solid colour or a different colour, you could get away with one piece on the 27 instead of doubling it up. It's entirely up to you. The second piece does give it a little bit more structure though, so like I said, that does help in the make. So we'll do the first bit first, which is adding the bow part to this piece. And what you want to do is fold it in the centre, and I've already pinned. With mine, just so you know, I have layered mine together and I heat sealed the edges in the blue part of the flame, and I did that on both sides so that I got this. You can always do it with your wood burning tool as well, just sort of cut them across and it joins them nicely. So that's what I've done, and like I said, that's pinned straight in the middle, and we're going to do 6 stitches to get 3 creases. So from above, excuse me, I'm having an accident prone day today. I almost touched the metal bit of my wood burning tool as well. That was fun. So in 1, 2, 3, 4 out, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on the back you'll have 1, 2, 3. So whatever stitch amount you have on the back is how many creases you'll have, which is the 3. And like I said, you do this on both of your 27 centimetre pieces to get your bowed pieces. And always put the centre on this first before you build it into your bow, because wrapping it once it's in the bow and it's all glued and stitched together is an absolute nightmare. I know, I have done it many times myself before, and it takes like an extra 15 minutes to do it. So there we go, stitch that on the back in however you personally like. We'll just do that. So there's the bowed piece, and we're just going to wrap our centre, and then we can build the Wavy Boutique part. So I've got this 9mm, it's obviously in the black. Just straighten my edge off. Heat seal because we don't want any fraying. Excuse me. Touch glue on the back, and from the back you want to press that down a second so it sets, and then we're just going to wrap it around once because we don't want this bit to be too bulky. So make it nice and tight so you've got like the bowed look. There we go. Then trim that down. Heat seal again because we still don't want any fraying bits, and then we want a touch of glue and then I sort of roll it with my finger so it stays behind the back and we can't see the join at the front. There we go. So there is your bowed piece of the and then with this one, so starting from the coloured side, so the black ribbon, I only fold one edge in half like this just to get a little crease, and then with the pin facing towards you You bring that in so it hits that crease that we've just done there, and then I fold that in half like this. Get your pinch there, take a pin, one that's not blunt, and pin your centre, and then where your pin is here, you bring that to that pin, and this is what you'll get at the moment. Now to get your wave, take this over, and now if you were to put your bow piece over this section, that would be the inverted boutique, but we don't want that side. We want to keep the pins lined up, and we're going to flip it over. Then you twist your loops up so you get this. You see? Line those up. I also take a couple of clips at this point just to keep everything lined up. And I pin here and here so that they're all nice and lined up like this. You take your pins out at this point. So that's what you've got. Then we're going to take this and through that loop, one side, pop that through the other. What you want it is so that this sits against your join here, so make sure it works out there, so here, and then flip it over. And what you want to do is make sure all of these are all lined up against that edge, and then you take this side and you want to twist it so again it's all lined up with that edge. Clip that there, and then take this side, and you want this one to start at again where all of those are there, and make sure it's squared up. Take this clip in the centre, and we're going to pop that clip there, and then this is the back of your bow, and as you can see that's what both of the backs look like. And then if we turn them over, they both look like this at the minute, but when we're done you can push those back and they sit nicely against those peaks there. So we're going to take our needle and thread again, move clip one. I always like to double check all of it's all lined up. There we go. So from above, about ½ centimetre before they all join up, you want to go from above one. You want your second one as they are all lined up together. 2, 3, 4, take clip off. 5, you want to be coming over where all of those sort of finish joining from beneath. 6, 7 wants to be coming through from above, through where all the joins meet, and number 8 wants to be about ½ centimetre up from that side. And we're going to have 4 creases, as you can see, on each side. You can do it with 6 stitches and have 3 on each side, but whatever you do, you need both the same amount on both pieces. So as you can see, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and on the back you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to repeat exactly the same on this side. So double check everything's all where it should be. From above, ½ centimetre before they all line up. Your second one through all those layers. 3, 4, take your clip out, number 5, going back through where the edge of all those layers join. 6, 7 is going to come down where all of them line back up this side. Like I said, make sure that they're all together. So that's 7, and 8 from beneath, half a centimetre away from where they all are there. And again, in, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. And like I said, you can make them in 2 pieces separately. Just make sure that you've got exactly the same balance on both sides. This is the cinch method. So I then pull mine together like this. Pull it super, super tight so I can see the 4 creases both sides. Excuse my knot. It's gone a little bit crazy. Just cut that tail off. There we go. So just re-straighten that out so it's tidy look. And we pull them super, super tight. So like I said, you've got creases. I'm going to line up my creases this side. And I'm going to retake my needle. Back through that side. Use your desk if you need to, because we are going through multiple layers. Pull that really, really tight again, and then I'm going to do the opposite side. I'm just going to reline up those. Ow. Told you to stab myself. Go back through those original stitch. Use your desk if you need to. Stay where you were, where your stitches were originally, so you can wrap them. There we go. I'll just move those out of the way a second. And then pull it really, really tight again to cinch it. And this is the look you'll get. This is the front, this is the back. And then what I do is take my thread round. You can sort of open it a little bit. And again, using your desk. I just do a couple of stitches in the back, like this, through both sides. As many as you think you need. Like I said, you can sew them separately and glue them together at this point if you prefer. This is just my method. So there we go. When you are happy, tie it off however you prefer, and then cut off your excess like this. Don't worry about where your bows are at the moment, because what we can do now is I adjust them where I want them to be, and you have to be careful of this, because the easiest thing to do is, you see where the join is here, so that wavy bit is, you want to put the glue just on here. Don't be tempted to put it on your bow, put it here. Let's take your glue gun, make sure you've got no stringers or anything there. And as you can see, right where your peaks are joining, take that and press your bow back, because that's the centre, and press it and hold it there, and then we're going to do exactly the same thing this side. Now if you try to glue the back of the bow, I find I get bits stuck everywhere and get like glue stringers everywhere, so this is why I like this method of doing it best. So there we go, so that's that side set, and again, work out where it is, so it's here roughly, tiny dot of glue, go. Take that bow centre up, place it centre, and hold it till it's sat in place. Take any extra glue stringers that you get out of the way. And I also like to do this. Give it a little squishy. There we go, so there's your front, the back, and then we are going to add our base bow. And I always cut the tails after I placed it because I like to see how much length I've got. And like I said, the measurements for this will all be in the description below as well. And I always sew through my layers. Again, if you prefer to, you can glue. It is all about personal preferences here. You can add spikes as well if you prefer spikes. I'm just not great at them. So from beneath, just going to go up through the centre of that one. So there we go, and then through the centre of there. And I like to place it so you can just see the barest bit of the base bow on both of those points, and you've got your tails lined up at the side. And take your thread, wrap round a good couple of times, nice and tight. I make it so it goes all the way through that centre, because this takes out any bulk and makes it sit nicer on the head. Gives it like a slight curve to the bow. There we go. Stitch off in the back. And we're going to add our clip. And I've got the rest of my 9mm here. So I don't think that clip's long enough. No. You want a slightly longer one. I've got a 55mm clip here. Touch glue across the back. Place that across the centre. And hold it down a couple of seconds. And then, as I said, I've got this matching 9mm here. So, open your clip right on that centre, and round we go. I always do at least twice. Just want to make it nice and squared. Open that back up. Really, really tight you want it. Back round on the original layer. There we go. Mind your bow, but cut off the excess. Heat seal. Dot of glue. Now we just make our adjustments. So as you can see, that's quite long. So that is 4 centimetres from the corner. And that one's just over 4 centimetres. So I'm just going to cut this side down. Just to touch, so they're both the same measurements. And then I'm going to do a curve on this side and heat seal. And then I'm going to go about 1 centimetre up, or 1.5 centimetres up on this side. There we go. And we're going to do a curve here and a curve of the same depth here. Heat seal, heat seal. You can play with your tails. You could do one that way, one this way, but like I said, play around and see what you like the look of. And then the last thing I do is we've got this little bit of 1-inch ribbon, and we're going to do the scrunch again because I think it balances these ones out. So make an S shape this side, Try and make it balance. So there you go, S shape. Mind your fingers when you do this. Pinch that together. Just going to see how much I need to wrap around. So yeah, I don't need quite that much. Just cut that off. And then we're going to pinch this side as well, opposite direction, but still an S shape. Like I said, be very careful with your fingers. So you've got one dip this side, one dip that side. And then we're going to glue one of the white sides. You could also add an embellishment. I just don't have any animal print. Look, so you twist it round. Sort of squish it. And then glue the white side again. There we go. And then I'm just going to glue these two side bows. Like I said, I'm just going to put glue across here. Work out my placement. And I glue mine so that they join up with the bowed piece. So there's one side. And again, glue across there. Move my base bow out of the way so I don't glue anything to that. And as I said, align it up so that that middle is meeting the bow on that side, and you just sort of give them a press down here and here. And there you go, a super pretty wavy boutique style bow. I really like how the bows sort of dip into the corner, and like I said, it's so pretty. You can really play around with your base bows, with your side bows, with your colour options and everything else. Thanks for watching, bye!